The College Football Playoff Selection Committee was premature in ranking Alabama number 4 last week in its first poll. The Crimson Tide didn't have the resume, and it hadn't passed the eye test either to be in the top 4 with a loss. But after dominating LSU, Bama has both. Helped by Arkansas's win over Ole Miss, the Tide is back in control of its fate. And in shutting down Leonard Fournette and grinding down the Tigers, Alabama looked like a team capable of controlling an awful lot. Bama is back, as if the Tide ever really left. Conversations about the Big 12's backloaded schedule and its impact on the playoff picture have centered on TCU and Baylor, but the Cowboys pushed their way into the picture with a 49-29 win over TCU in Stillwater. They intercepted Trevon Boykin 4 times. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State's offense has grown over the season into one of those powerful Big 12 attacks. The Cowboys get Baylor and Oklahoma at home, which means the Big 12's road to the playoff runs right through Stillwater. Baylor showed at Kansas State there's no reason for panic or even concern after the loss of Seth Russell for the season. True freshman quarterback Jarrett Stidham was superb. He showed a whole lot of poise and clutch and plenty of talent too. The Bears struggled on the road against a mediocre opponent. More important, we learned there might not be much drop-off at all with the new quarterback. The Bears' goals are all intact. Leonard Fournette entered Saturday as far and away the Heisman frontrunner, but then Alabama boxed him in. He had 31 yards on 19 carries. Meanwhile, TCU's Trevon Boykin threw 4 interceptions in that loss to Oklahoma State. Dalvin Cook and Florida State lost. So who moves into contention? Alabama's Derrick Henry, 210 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns in the Tide's win over LSU. Or what about Baylor receiver Corey Coleman, who just keeps putting up huge numbers and scoring touchdowns? There are plenty of Heisman-defining moments ahead, but the race suddenly feels wide open. Nebraska beat Michigan State on a late and controversial touchdown pass that might have killed the Spartans' playoff hopes. And down south, something even more improbable happened, altering the SEC in the national picture. Arkansas tight end Hunter Henry caught a pass on 4th and 25 in overtime and then heaved a desperate lateral that somehow found the best player on the field. Alex Collins ran 31 yards for the first down. Arkansas scored a couple plays later to beat Ole Miss. It was insanity, or this season, it was just Saturday.